You know, something strange happens when a man openly loves and supports his wife in public. Suddenly, the internet becomes a courtroom, and the wife? She's the one on trial. And lately, that's exactly what's been happening with Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma. One sweet Instagram edit featuring the couple, and suddenly the comments weren't just about how beautiful they looked. They became a battlefield. One particular comment stood out. Someone pointed out that Virat's Twitter bio proudly reads, "A proud husband and father." His profile photo, a warm picture of him and Anushka. Now, why would something so wholesome upset so many people? Let's talk about it. Virat and Anushka met back in 2013 during a shampoo ad shoot. That chemistry? It was instant. Sparks flew. And soon after, they started dating. But from the very beginning, their relationship didn't get the fairy tale treatment. Anytime Virat had a rough day on the field, the blame went to Anushka. By the time the 2015 World Cup rolled around and India didn't win, trolls tore into her like she had personally dropped the catches. Still, they stood by each other. In 2017, they got married in a stunningly private ceremony in Tuscany. Fast forward, they're now parents to 2 children, Vamika and Akay. Through wins, losses, pregnancies, criticism, and pressure, they've built a life together. So why are people still so obsessed with how Anushka fits into Virat's family? There's a narrative that's been quietly, stubbornly floating around, that Anushka Sharma distanced Virat from his family, that she controls him, that she pulled him away from his roots. Why? Because she's rarely photographed with his mom or siblings, and because Virat moved to Mumbai, and because, apparently, he posts too much about her on Instagram. But let's pause here. How did public affection from a husband become a red flag? In June 2025, RCB finally lifted the IPL trophy, a moment of celebration. Virat's sister Bhavna posted a picture from the event, a warm, proud family post. But in the comments, someone asked her, "Why doesn't Virat mention you? Why doesn't Anushka like your posts?" Instead of ignoring it, Bhavna replied, "May God give you the patience to understand love can exist in many ways, which are not necessarily shown to the world, but are still there, like the love for the Almighty." She then posted a collage of the family, Virat, Anushka, their mum, their brother, even a photo of their late father. And in that moment, she shut down every baseless rumor with grace. In South Asian cultures, and honestly, across much of the world, daughter-in-laws are expected to blend into their husband's family like they've always been there. If she's too involved, she's intruding. If she's quiet or private, she's cold. If she's prioritized by her husband, she's controlling. No matter what, she loses. And when the daughter-in-law in question is rich, famous, and fiercely independent, it only fuels the public's need to tear her down. Virat's been criticized for always praising Anushka publicly, especially after big matches. Some even point out that he never posts about his parents. But here's something most people don't know. After every match, Virat looks up at the sky and kisses his ring. He's explained in interviews that he does this to honor his late father, the man who saw his talent early on and enrolled him in cricket academies when he was barely 9. Just because he doesn't write long posts about his parents on social media doesn't mean the bond doesn't exist. Not everything sacred needs to be shared online. There are photos, scattered through the years, of Anushka sitting in the stands with Virat's family during matches. She's liked and commented on Bhavna's posts. She's posed for group pictures. She's shared meals, moments, and milestones. But somehow, the internet chooses to ignore all of that because what they want is constant proof, constant validation, and anything short of that, they twist into a conspiracy. Another popular myth, that Virat shifted from Delhi to Mumbai for Anushka. Except, that's not true. Virat already owned a flat in Worli before they got married. Being one of the biggest cricket stars in the world meant he had commitments in Mumbai anyway. Business meetings, sponsorships, events. It wasn't a sacrifice, it was logistics. Yet somehow, even his housing choice is used to question his loyalty. During Anushka's pregnancy, most of the photos that surfaced showed her with her own parents. And people again ran wild with theories. But let's be honest, when you're pregnant, who do you naturally turn to? Most women lean on their mom. It's not drama, it's comfort. But when you're a celebrity, even normal becomes scandalous. Psychologists say that men who love and publicly support their wives often get judged harshly, especially in patriarchal spaces. Why? Because it makes other men uncomfortable. It forces them to reflect on how they treat the women in their lives. They aren't really upset at Virat for being kind. They're upset at themselves for never being that way. So they lash out. They call him soft. They say Anushka changed him. when in reality, maybe he just grew up. At the end of the day, we don't really know the inner dynamics of Virat and Anushka's family life, and honestly, we shouldn't. But the fact that his sister had to step in and say, "Love doesn't need to be posted to be real," says a lot about how invasive and cruel public judgment has become. Why is it so hard to accept that a man can love his wife, praise her, support her, and still love his family? Why is a successful, confident woman always seen as a threat? It's time we move past these tired tropes. Virat and Anushka don't owe us an explanation, and if we see a man showing up for his wife, maybe we should celebrate that, not tear it apart. Thanks for watching, and stop judging people's lives by their Instagram stories.